fall, 2018. The sky was falling, but the autopsy of one of the greatest aviation disasters in history didn't begin in the smoldering craters of Indonesia or Ethiopia. The true scene of the crime was a quiet, glass-walled room, the Boeing boardroom, where the most legendary engineering institution in America decided that passenger survival should be a premium add-on. Inside the company, a secret email was circulating. It read, "This airplane is designed by clowns, who are in turn supervised by monkeys." How did the global gold standard of safety transform into a highly profitable machine of death? And what dark secret was hiding inside the company's financials that turned human lives into the cheapest commodity on Wall Street? This is the story of the day. Engineering surrendered to greed. 1997. Boeing wasn't just a company. It was a society of engineers. A place where executives believed that financial success was simply the natural reward for building the best, safest airplanes in the world. But a single merger changed everything. McDonnell Douglas, a rival but failing company, somehow took control of Boeing. It was a reverse takeover. Harry Stone Cipher entered the story. He hadn't come to build airplanes. He came to build wealth. His first order of business: stop acting like a family and start acting like a team. He wanted the company run like a business. He executed the engineering culture. To make it final, the executives moved Boeing's headquarters, thousands of miles away from the Seattle factories, to Chicago. The leaders could no longer hear the sound of the engines. They could only hear the sound of the numbers. The accountants had won. Then came the nightmare. 2011. American Airlines, Boeing's most loyal customer, delivered a threat. They were leaving for Airbus. Airbus had a new plane, the A320neo. It burned 15% less fuel. Inside the Boeing boardroom, there was absolute panic. They didn't have the time or the money to build a new airplane from scratch. So, they chose a fatal shortcut. They took massive, modern engines and forced them onto the 50-year-old body of the 737. They called it the 737 MAX. But there was a physical problem. The engines didn't fit under the wings. They had to mount them further forward and higher up. This changed the center of gravity. Now, the airplane naturally wanted to pull its nose up into the sky and enter a deadly aerodynamic stall. To hide this physical defect, Boeing created a software lie, MCAS, a hidden system designed to violently force the nose back down. But the corporate madness didn't stop there. This critical system relied on just one sensor. If that single sensor made a mistake, the plane would dive straight into the ground. And Boeing knew it. So what did they do? They took the warning light for that sensor and sold it to airlines as a luxury option. If you didn't pay extra, you didn't get the warning. To ensure no one understood the danger, Boeing lied to the regulators. They deleted the word MCAS from the pilot training manuals. Pilots were fighting a ghost in the sky, a ghost they had never even heard of. While the planes were being rigged for failure, the corporate treasury was being looted. Between 2013 and 2019, Boeing spent $43 billion buying back its own stock. Why? To artificially inflate the stock price on Wall Street. To stuff executive pockets with massive bonuses. The money that should have been spent on engineering a safe plane was handed directly to Wall Street. The voices of the engineers were silenced. Men like John Barnett, a veteran quality manager who tried to raise the alarm. He was threatened. Management told him to stop leaving a paper trail, to learn how to work in the gray areas. Years later, on the exact day he was scheduled to testify against Boeing, he was found dead in a parking lot. Then, October 2018 arrived. Lion Air Flight 610 fell from the sky. 189 people died. In the quiet aftermath, the FAA did the math. A secret internal calculation. They realized that if the software wasn't fixed, this fleet would crash 15 more times. They held the mathematical certainty of death in their hands. And what did they do? Nothing. The planes kept flying. 5 months later, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, 157 more dead. The empire finally collapsed. But for the architects of this tragedy, there was no dark ending. Dennis Muhlenberg, the CEO of Boeing during the crashes, he was fired. But he walked away with an $80 million exit package. His personal reward was larger than the entire fund Boeing initially set aside for the families of the 346 victims. No executive went to prison. The government simply handed them a fine. The fall of Boeing wasn't an engineering failure. It was the day the sky was turned into a balance sheet, when 346 human lives were written down in the accounting ledgers as just another cost of doing business.